supplements can help constipation, but the wrong ones can make it worse. If you've watched part 1, 2, and 3 of this series on constipation, you know that constipation is rarely just about fiber or food. Today in part 4, we're talking about supplements and herbs, not as magic fixes, but as supportive tools when diet alone is not enough. Hi, I'm Emma Sutherland, clinical naturopath, author, and mum. I've been in clinical practice for over 20 years, and constipation is one of the most common reasons people come to see me, especially women and children. Now, supplements can be helpful for constipation, but only once these 4 factors are present. Diet has been optimized, functional foods are in place, motility is still sluggish, and symptoms are persistent or distressing. As a naturopath, there's one question I'm always asking in clinic. What problem are we trying to solve? Now, magnesium is one of the most commonly used supplements for constipation, but not all forms of magnesium work the same way, and this is where a lot of people get confused. The 2 forms most often used for constipation are magnesium oxide and magnesium citrate, and they act quite differently in the gut. Magnesium oxide is the form most studied for constipation. Clinical trials show that magnesium oxide, used short-term, can increase stool frequency, improve stool consistency, and speed up transit time. It works primarily by drawing water into the bowel, softening the stool, and stimulating bowel movements. But because magnesium is poorly absorbed, more of it stays in the gut, which is why it works as a laxative. However, that same mechanism is why it needs to be used carefully. Long-term or high-dose use can override that natural gut motility and can lead to dependency. It can increase the risk of electrolyte imbalance, and it can be unsafe in people with kidney disease. Clinically, I do not use magnesium oxide. If someone needs magnesium oxide daily just to have a bowel motion, that's a sign we need to look deeper. Now, magnesium citrate works differently. It's more bioavailable than magnesium. Because of this, magnesium citrate is often used for acute constipation. It can be really helpful where the stool is hard or infrequent. Clinically, I prefer magnesium citrate because it tends to work better than magnesium oxide. But remember that neither form fixes the cause of the constipation. They manage symptoms, which it can be helpful, but they don't retrain the gut motility. They don't help the pelvic floor coordination or the gut-brain signaling. Now, let's take a look at prebiotics and how they can help constipation. Prebiotics feed the beneficial gut bacteria, and that really matters for constipation. Prebiotics are fibers we don't digest, but our gut bacteria do. When bacteria ferment prebiotics, they produce short-chain fatty acids. The most important is called butyrate. Butyrate plays a key role in bowel function because it energizes colon cells. It's the primary fuel source for the cells lining the colon. It improves neuromuscular signaling, helping the gut coordinate movement. It also stimulates colonic peristalsis, that wave-like contraction that moves stool along. Butyrate also reduces low-grade inflammation in the gut lining, which further improves motility and stool passage, especially in functional constipation. A meta-analysis found that prebiotics like GOS, inulin, and PHGG improved bowel motions by about 1 extra stool per week in people with functional constipation. But more prebiotics isn't better. In people with significant bloating, IBS constipation patterns, or slow transit time, prebiotics need to be introduced very slowly and carefully. Now let's discuss probiotics, as not all probiotics help constipation. Research shows that specific strains, particularly Bifidobacterium lactis, can reduce gut transit time and increase stool frequency. Other strains, especially some lactobacillus species, do not show the same effect. This is why just take a probiotic is Really helpful advice. Now, as a herbalist, I loved using herbs to support gut health. They work by supporting gut brain signaling, relaxing smooth muscle tension, and improving digestive coordination. Some gentle options I love are chamomile. It's very calming, antispasmodic, great when stress is also involved. And also globe artichoke, which supports bile and liver function. These are particularly helpful when constipation is linked to stress and anxiety, or sluggish digestion, or we have that meal-related discomfort. Let me also share a word of warning. I'm cautious with stimulant laxative herbs. High-dose magnesium used long-term and constant supplement stacking. If something has to be taken forever to keep the bowels moving, it's a sign we have not addressed the root cause. Now, in practice, constipation improves most sustainably when we identify the subtype, optimize the diet, use functional foods, add supplements strategically, and also support the nervous system. Supplements are the supporting cast, not the main character. Across this series, I've covered what functional constipation actually is, why diet advice must be personalized, which foods are backed by research, and how to use supplements safely and effectively. Now, if constipation has been ongoing for you or your child and nothing seems to work, that's often a sign that a targeted, individualized plan is needed. If you need help, you're welcome to make an appointment with me to start your very own personalized plan. Thank you so much for being with me today. Don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, check out all the links in the show notes for more health empowering information.